set you up for this back end of the year and given you a bit of a reality check, I guess?
To a degree. Obviously, you've got to take some sort of positive spin out of getting beaten, and it's always the case because there's things you don't do well enough. So that's the reality. That there are things that you need to fix. From that point of view, yes, but the actual going through the whole losing process is not great. But they bounced back really well last week. There were elements of our game, particularly ball movement, that were really pleasing, that we've been talking about all year. So there's some things there from last week that were really, really pleasing coming into this time of the year.
And you learned some things from not having Dakota there and having to maybe approach the 450 a bit differently?
Yeah, we've got to have a different makeup depending on key people being out in any part of the ground, but Dax is obviously a pretty key part of our front half. So. And we'd had the Shannon trial last year in that part of the ground. That's the one that we feel safe with at the moment. That's not to say we could, have other people in that part of the ground. Talia Hickey had a bit of time forward in a couple of games this year and looked dangerous. So eventually, as she gets a bit older, that might be something for her as well. But for the time being, Shannon's the one who plays lead up key forward, probably better than most of our forwards, to be honest, the way she leads and presents at the ball. She's a good one to throw in there.
And Dakota's all good to come back this week?
Yeah, she'll do full training, the Savo, and I mean her prep over the today's day 12 or 11 or something in her protocol. So everything she's done up to this point's been really good.
You played maybe your best, it was one of the best games under your coaching, I would say, at this time last year into Melbourne. What are you looking for coming into a final round when you've got finals on the horizon?
Yeah, we've got to have a mindset and attitude to treat it like a final and use it as a rehearsal. So all the things that are important in our game, which is on the back of winning your 50-50 balls, but also pressuring the opposition. Those two things are key for us. And then our ball movement and scoring opportunities flow a little bit from that. So we've got to get that in good order to make sure that we're ready for the week after. The probably from early on in the game last weekend, there were some really good signs that we were all over the opposition with our pressure and not letting them get much going, and probably getting some good possession chains going ourselves.
You don't like seeing things repeated or mistakes repeated. Have you referenced last year's performance against St Kilda?
We have, definitely, because I mean different circumstances, but just the opposition and the venue and all that sort of stuff is that's in terms of memories, it wasn't a great one to walk away from last year. So that's definitely been part of what we've been talking about. But the circumstances are different because it's last game coming in. We've got a bit on the line. They haven't, apart from the fact of being spoilers, which is probably motivating enough. So there'll be some aspects of that will be used as motivation for this weekend. But there's more importantly, it's how we want to play coming into the whole of November, which is most important.
Would you like to see the McClellan Trophy include finals as well at some point?
Short answer is yes. Yeah, that's an obvious one. In a competition which values finals so highly, like the men's final series gets its own advertising campaign, ours will get the same. So clearly our code values finals. So therefore, why shouldn't an award like this value finals as well? We're not the EPL. We're not competitions around the world where if you finish top, that's it. Finals are a key part of what we do. So short answer is yes.
Because you could potentially have $1 million playoff in the finals. Like if you play Hawthorn next week, that could end up being the McClellan Trophy, which might, not that you need extra hype for a final, but that could add something as well.
Yeah, it could do. But that award is based on both your teams, obviously. So we just happen to be the competition that's played second. So all of that onus falls on us. Short answer is definitely prefer finals to be involved.
Somewhat out of your hands, obviously, but it'd be nice to win on Sunday and then have a little extra incentive to watch that following game.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. For a lot of reasons, we're trying to qualify second, so that's the main thing for us to shore up home finals. So that bit's pretty important. And then the added sideshow is the other prize. So all of that's part of it. But yeah, finishing as high as we can, which has been our goal from the outset before the season started. Just, you know, what do we want to do? We want to win a game. Want to qualify for finals. Want to finish as high as we can in finals. They're just the stepping stones for the year.
Are you on the plane straight back after, or do you hang around and watch, or I guess they're not really near each other?
No, we're flying pretty much straight back after the game, I think. But you know, by the time we hang around and get changed and everything, the next game's half over. So yeah.